Hello, Classroom 4A. Welcome to class meeting on this Wednesday afternoon, November 4th, 2020, the day after Election Day. We're going to get started with a motion song. Our letter this week is letter A, so I chose Aiken Drum. Aiken starts with the letter A.
Aiken Drum.
There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hat was made of Swiss cheese, of Swiss cheese, of Swiss cheese. His hat was made of Swiss cheese, and his name was Aiken Drum. His coat was made of spinach, of spinach, of spinach. His coat was made of spinach, and his name was Aiken Drum. His buttons were made of popcorn, of popcorn, of popcorn. His buttons were made of popcorn, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum.
Next, I want to use Starfall for our calendar activity. So I'm going to choose the November calendar.
Yippee! It's November 2020.
Let's start with the days of the week.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So what day of the week is it today? Well, today is Wednesday.
Great job! Today is Wednesday, November 4th, 2020.
And if today is
Wednesday,
then yesterday was,
Tuesday,
and if yesterday was,
Tuesday,
and today is,
Wednesday,
what will tomorrow be? Well, tomorrow will be
Thursday,
Thursday, that's right. So today is
Wednesday, November 4th, 2020.
So I'll pick up the day of the week
Wednesday,
and the date.
4th. Great job!
Next, we'll mark the special days this month. Well, yesterday was Tuesday, November
3rd. Election Day, USA.
And today is Wednesday, November
4th.
So we'll move the smiley face over for today's date. And then on Wednesday, November
11th.
It will be
Veterans Day.
Remembrance Day.
And then on November 14th, Saturday.
Diwali.
And then on November 26th, Thursday, November 26th, it will be
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. That's right. Now I'm going to choose a picture to decorate our calendar. And this time I'm going to choose the young lady with a rake. I hope all of you are helping out at home and raking the leaves. It's so much fun to rake them into a pile and jump into the middle of the pile with those beautiful fall leaves. Now our calendar is complete. Next, I'm going to do one more article from Starfall. I'm going to move over to a book called America the Beautiful. And remember, our letter today is letter A. America starts with A.
Oh, beautiful. For spacious skies. For amber waves of grain. For purple mountain majesties. Above the fruited plain. America. America. God shed his grace on thee. And crown thy good with brotherhood. From sea to shining sea.
The end.
I thought you would enjoy that book. What beautiful pictures inside that book. And that came from the fiction and poetry side of the Talking Library from Starfall. Next, I'm going to read 2 articles from News to You. The first one, New African American Music Museum. African and American both start with the letter A. The National Museum of African American Music will open. The museum will open in the fall of 2020. The museum is in Nashville, Tennessee. The museum celebrates African American music. The museum celebrates African American musicians, too. African Americans created many kinds of music. The music has exhibits about kinds of music. People can learn about the kinds of music. The kinds of music include blues, jazz, and rap. Would you like to go to the museum? And here we have a recipe. It's called Hip Hop Pizza. 1 pita bread, pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni slices, baking sheet, and a spoon. Step 1, preheat the oven to 400. Step 2, put pita bread onto baking sheet. Step 3, spread the pizza sauce onto the pita bread. Step 4, sprinkle cheese onto the pizza sauce. Step 5, put pepperoni onto cheese. Step 6, bake 10 to 12 minutes until golden brown. Step 7, let it cool and eat. Delish. That looks like a fun snack to make, hip hop pizza. Next, I have our 2 jokes. The first one, knock knock. Who's there? Blues. Blues who? Blues going to the museum. Who's going to the museum? The second joke, I have a joke. Tell me, what music do mummies like? I don't know. What? Rap music. Get it? Rap music. And now for our pictures about the new African American Music Museum. Is it about an exhibit? Yes. Is it about a museum? Yes. Is it about music? Yes. Is it about a beehive? No, not this time. Rainforest? No. African Americans? Yes. And now for our review page with questions. What is the paper about? New Music Museum? 2020 Election Day or NASCAR Championship Race? It's about the New Music Museum. Number 2, who does the museum celebrate? African American musicians, soccer players, or park rangers? The museum celebrates African American musicians. And number 3, where is the museum? In Cleveland, Ohio. Houston, Texas, or Nashville, Tennessee? The museum is in Nashville, Tennessee. And our last question, what is your favorite kind of music? Blues, jazz, rap, rock, or something else? Oh, I like it all. That's a hard decision. I think I'm going to go with jazz music. Next, I'm going to read one more article. This one is also about music. It's called Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This article came out November 4th, 2020. That's today. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a rock and roll museum in Cleveland, Ohio. Each year, the Hall of Fame honors famous rock musicians. In 2020, these musicians include Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., T-Rex, the Doobie Brothers, and Depeche Mode. The Hall of Fame will have a special exhibit honoring these musicians. They will also honor these musicians during a special TV show on November 7th. The show will include music stars such as Jennifer Hudson, Alicia Keys, Brad Paisley, and Lin-Manuel Miranda. People can watch the show on HBO and HBO Max. Now I have the same article. We have pictures with the words and entertainment news that came out today. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a rock and roll museum. The Hall of Fame honors rock musicians each year. Musicians in the 2020 include Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex, the Doobie Brothers, and Depeche Mode. The musicians will be honored during a special TV show. People can watch the show on HBO on November 7th. The musicians will be honored with a special exhibit too. The exhibit will be in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, Ohio. Now for our 3 review questions, and then we're going to wrap up our class meeting. The first question, what is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Is it a museum, an aquarium, or an amusement park? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a museum. Number 2, who does the Hall of Fame honor each year? Athletes, musicians, or doctors? The Hall of Fame honors musicians. And number 3, where is the Hall of Fame? Is it in Cleveland, Ohio, Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Concord, New Hampshire? The Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, thank you for joining my class meeting today on this Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. I hope you all are having a great week. I hope you're staying safe, washing your hands. I look forward to you joining my next YouTube class meeting. Take care. Be safe. Bye.